If you've ever heard me speak about Silvio Bedini and his book, The Trail of Time, then you know that throughout history there have been many different ways that incense has been used to measure time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to convert an ordinary stick incense burner into an incense alarm clock. While it'll never be as accurate as a digital clock, it definitely smells a lot better. That's coming up on this episode of Incense Magic. Although there are plenty of ways to use incense as a clock or even an alarm clock, I think this is one of the simplest. If you regularly burn stick incense, chances are good that you already own everything you need. Now all you need for this project is a stick incense burner made of wood, a drill with a small bit, some thread or string, and a bell or other item that will make noise when it falls. For this video I've made one clock for masala sticks and another for joss sticks, and that's made from a Tibetan incense burner. For my joss stick clock, I want to be able to set the alarm for a variety of times, so I started by drawing a line down the center of the bottom of the burner. I want to drill my holes along that center line, so I placed a mark every inch. If you're only drilling one hole, I'd put it near the middle of the burner. Next, I placed the burner on my drill press and I drilled a hole at each one of the marks. You don't need a drill press. You can use a standard power drill or even a hand drill for this project. The size of drill bit to use will depend on the diameter of the string that you plan to use. Thick string will obviously need a larger hole than thin thread. For my burner, I'm using a 1/8 inch drill bit. If you're using an incense coffin, remember that you need to drill holes through both the top and bottom pieces of wood, and remember to remove any stored incense before you start drilling your holes. For my masala incense boat, I'm only going to drill one hole. Once the holes have been drilled, you're ready to set your alarm. Start by placing an incense stick onto your clock, and with the stick in place, insert a piece of thread or string through one of the holes in the bottom of the clock. Loop the thread over the incense stick and tie it off. On the other end of the thread, you want to attach your bell or other noise-making device. If you want to get really fancy, you could even hook it up to an electronic noisemaker, but I want to keep things simple for today. Place your clock so the thread is not held down by the burner. I usually place my clock on the edge of two books so there's a small gap below the burner where the thread can move easily. Drape the thread so that it's taut and the bell can fall freely. Now if you use a Tibetan burner as I have, it's a good idea to loop the thread over the stick and then scoot the stick sideways until the thread is pressed against one of the metal pegs. When you light the incense, light on the side away from where the thread touches the peg. With either style of burner, once you light the incense, it'll burn normally. Once it reaches the point where you have tied the thread, the incense will burn the thread and the bell will fall to the ground. Of course, this isn't a super accurate way to measure time. Air currents, the thickness of the incense, and the incense blend that you choose to use will all impact the length of time before the alarm sounds. I usually use this as a way to alert me when I'm meditating. If you want more precise timing from your incense clock, pick one style and blend of incense stick and use it exclusively. Place that stick in your burner and time how long it takes for it to burn 1 inch, and then you can use that information to get a reasonably accurate measure of how long the incense is going to burn. Just be aware of any drafts. Well, that's all there is to it. This will never replace the clock on your cell phone, but it is a great way to measure time when a clock or a phone might not be appropriate. It's also a great little toy to show to your friends while treating them to some amazing incense. Well, that's all we've got time for, but if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website, theincensedragon.com. Until next time, bright blessings.